So, remember that little rant about the public health system in the Philippines? Well, we have a little theory on how it'll get better, and that's adding more doctors and nurses and, well, hospitals. Now, this sounds like a handy dandy plan, but of course, there's the problem of trying to find the appropriate staff and finding land that isn't so expensive. There's also the matter of finding a way to encourage these doctors to go into public health in the first place, finding out what they care about, and getting investors and politicians to be interested as well. So, how are we going to do this? Simple ish. First, we need really good marketing because nothing is sexier than a nice ad and a good pitch. Then we need connections, like groups of people who can find investors and volunteers. Basically, your business partners, kind of like stakeholders. Of course, we'll need funds, lots of it. And we'll need some kind of proof that people require an improvement of these services, like a survey or a petition, or maybe just someone who's got a really loud voice. We'll also need some kind of centralized office where everyone can work for easier collaboration. This could also use some donations, maybe even a Kickstarter to get things from off the ground. And last and definitely not least, actual medical equipment and medicine. So now we no longer have a how, but a who. More specifically, who can help provide these hows. And really, it's simple. Of course, you have your government officials who have the power to actually get things started, partner businesses to provide some materials and equipment that we may need, and even those who benefit could lend a helping hand for some manpower. And then we have our students who can help with the school's intervention through partnership with different public service program coordinators. So now that we have that down, what's next? Well, it's what resources we need and what we need to do. The actual resources we need are pretty clear. You got your land, your equipment, and your staff. So what do we do now? Well, here's our little handy dandy step by step plan. One is approach companies and politicians for support. Then try to get connections who could help sponsor and fund this project. Third, build our new facilities and renovate those that are run down. Inspire those in the medical track, be it students or actual doctors, to get into public health to revive a system that's, well, dying. 5. Try to keep things wholesome, to create a good image and to increase the goodwill. 6. Make it more like a give and take, emphasizing that every party involved will get some kind of benefit, but they'll have to put in some work too. And finally, treat it like a business, where every little decision is made with a long term mindset. 7 big steps to brighten up the less than ideal public health system in the Philippines. Now, we got a cute little plan, but how do we even reach these people who can help us? Well, we got our deadliest weapon, social media, which is the biggest thing in the Philippines since eating rice. We could also call potential partners or approach them personally, which is a little more nerve wracking, but makes sure your message is delivered. Now, with all this fuss, we could potentially help those who are sick by helping them get better, doctors to help them find jobs, and both these parties' families from, well, emotional distress. Now, this sounds well and good, but from a money perspective, seems kind of odd, yeah? Because let's face it, this thing sounds expensive and probably costs an arm and a leg from everyone in the country. I mean, medical equipment is costly enough, but paying many doctors well enough to stay in public health too? Might as well sell the whole country. But here's the thing, once it's in operation, expensive turns into profitable. Because with all the people this will help, and with all the financial support, this thing will practically pay for itself. And even without the money, what could be better than serving up smiles? Well, that's the deal with the public health system. Here's to hoping we can get things done.